Macy's has all of your Grill Master essentials for Father's Day. Stop by to get our hand-trimmed chicken breast and certified Angus beef patties that are ready to grill, so Dad can have his favorite dinner. Make sure to browse our bakery to find the perfect no-work Father's Day treat with our decadent peanut butter bars or famous donuts. Right now, you can get boneless beef ribeye steaks for $12.99 per pound at Macy's. Shop these Father's Day essentials in-store or online at Macys.com through June 18th. Macy's, happy shopping!
Welcome to Storyworthy. My name is Christine Blackburn, and I'm coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Whether you're a longtime fan of the show of 14 years or you're a brand new listener, welcome to Storyworthy. Now, I know you guys have noticed that the show has been on siesta. Is that the word? No, it's on fiesta. No, that's not right either. The point is I've been off. And I think I might have mentioned to you guys the reason why I've been off, and that is because I lost my hearing in May, at the end of May 29th to be exact. Yeah, I lost the hearing in my right ear, and I can still podcast. I mean, I'm talking, right? But editing is more difficult. And I'm a little bummed out, as you can imagine, losing my hearing, and I wish it was as simple as like getting a hearing aid or something, but it's not that simple. Like the nerve is dead. So yeah, so I got that going for me. But that's the main reason why I've been off these last couple of months. I will continue to air Story Smash, the storytelling game show, because we continue to play it about every other month at the Lyric Hyperion in Los Angeles. You can always check out storysmashshow.com, and the schedule is there. The next show is Saturday, October 12th, so we look forward to that. But anyway, I've been off, and I apologize. So I've also been doing, just to keep you up to date, I've also been doing a lot of stand-up comedy, like a lot of working out, as it were, probably 10 open mics a week. And then I book 2 shows a week, sometimes 3. I mean, obviously, yeah, it should be 7 nights a week. I know that. But, I'm working on it. And here in LA, it's a little bit tricky. But anyway, I do enjoy going out very much. I love stand-up. I feel really comfortable on the stand-up stage. And anyway, so regarding the hearing thing, I still can't hear, and I never will hear out of that ear again. I'm essentially, deaf in that ear. So the only thing they can do is what's called a cochlear implant. And that's when they put a little electrode in the cochlear of your ear, which is like the seashell part way in there. And that electrode goes directly to your brain. And then with the help of a sound processor, which is on the outside of your head, it's like it's a sound processor. It's a sound processor, but it has a magnet on it. So it sticks to your head. Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I can put refrigerator magnets on my head, you guys. Anyway, with the help of that electrode, I should be able to hear again in that ear. So that's what I'm going for, but it's kind of a long road to get there. And, I've had to have a lot of tests like an MRI and a CT scan and an audiology report, and now I'm going for a cochlear implant evaluation. So hopefully I'm going to get that cleared up. We'll see. Yeah, we will see, and you guys will be the first to know whether I have a cochlear implant. I'm sure you'll be on pins and needles waiting for the results. Anyway, so that's been a big part of my summer, figuring out my hearing and kind of absorbing the loss of my hearing. You guys know I'm into music, and it's a loss. It's a definite loss. In other news, what else is going on? I went to Block Island last week. Block Island is off of Rhode Island, and I went with my friend Abby Shackner, and we had a gig in Block Island, and we got paid. How about that? And they paid for our airfare and all of our expenditures. So that was very cool. And Block Island was really interesting. I'd never been there before, and it's very exclusive. It's very one of a kind. There are only like 200 people there year round, so it's a tiny little place. But in the summer, about 4 months of the year, it's hopping because it's very, it's very Cape Cod-ish. It's very Kennedy. That's what it is. It's Kennedy. It's old money. It's that gray and white architecture, lots of green grasses, and of course, the amazing ocean. The views are crazy. I mean, it's just gorgeous. The water is clear, and there's no chains on the island except for Ben & Jerry's ice cream. That's the only chain. But they won't even allow like a miniature golf course, Like none of that schmaltzy stuff. Leave it to one of the ocean cities, you know what I'm saying? Block Island is exclusive. It's funny that the hotel we stayed in, even though it was like $500 a night, it was one of those old school buildings where it was the third, we were on the third floor walk up, with our bags, and in the room were two single beds, or like twins, but it wasn't even a twin. It was like 6 inches short of a twin. Just this tiny little bed that was kind of like wobbling on its whatever, the bed stand or the frame or whatever. It was like lying on a marshmallow. Because it's old, right? It's old. The air conditioning barely worked. Anyway, it doesn't matter. It was beautiful, but I'm just saying, it's not like you're paying $500 a night and going into the Ritz-Carlton in Maui. You know what I'm saying? It's a different $500. And we heard a lot of good stories about Block Island and how it was really a place where mobsters would go spend their money, and, good stories, good stuff. So that was very cool, and I got to see my sister in Hartford. It was funny, we pulled up this ranking last week of the most expensive places to live in the United States, and number 1 was Hartford, Connecticut. And I guess it's because it's proximity to everything, New York City, etc. And number 2 was Los Angeles. So there you go. Me and my sister are living in the most expensive cities in the country. And then 3 was Miami, Florida. Who knew? And then the 4th one was New Haven, Connecticut. So again, with that Connecticut connection. But we had a really nice time. We rode bikes for, almost 2.5 hours, and just beautiful. It goes forever. These bike trails go forever, and it's a lot of fun. So that was a very nice thing. And I saw my niece, who is a veterinarian, and it's always nice to have a vet in the family. I don't know if any of you out there have a vet in the family, but let me tell you, good information. You can ask anything. And also, my niece has wonderful pictures on her telephone of some fascinating animals. So that was, it was fun. Good times back east. I took my kid to New York the last 2 years to Broadway shows and stuff in the fall. But this year they don't want to go. How about that? So I don't know when I'm going back to New York, but probably not this fall. That might have been the big East Coast trip right there. It was fun, though. We had a wonderful time, and a big shout out to Sean Mahoney, who's pretty much the mayor of Block Island, for taking us around and for booking us. Yeah, good stuff. And I've also been doing a lot of comedy at Flappers Comedy Club here in Burbank, California. Flappers is funny because it really serves the suburbs of Los Angeles, if you know what I mean. It serves the valley, and it serves like real people. Whereas when you go to the Comedy Store and the Improv and the Laugh Factory, they're right here in town, like in Hollywood, West Hollywood. And so they're more, it's more people in the business, as it were. It's harder to get laughs, frankly. But you go out to Flappers and you're talking about regular people, like people with day jobs. It's not as hard to make them laugh. I'll say that. Anyway, it's a blast. I love it. Having a good time. And like I said, I'm going to be working on that cochlear implant. I'll let you guys know what happens. You know, you can go on YouTube and see cochlear implant activation videos. Like people who get because you get the surgery done and then you wait till it heals and 4 weeks later they turn it on. You know what I mean? Like you're sitting in this office and then they flip a switch and then you are a robot and all of a sudden you're hearing stuff. So they have these really cool activation videos of people just crying, you know, and really excited to hear again. There's a lot of babies that never had language. So that's an interesting activation video to watch, you know, when babies hear their mom and stuff. But then there's also adults. I'll be in the adult category and we'll find out. You guys, I got more shows coming up in October, including a show on Saturday, October. Well, let's look at the calendar, shall we? Show on Saturday, October 19th. It's Pablo Mar's show called Tell It. And also on October 12th is Story Smash. And then on October 27th, I'll be at the Improv. No, I'll be at Flappers Comedy Club. We're doing a ghost story telling night, a ghost story night. Yes, that's what's happening on October 27th. Anyway, you guys go to ChristineBlackburn.com. You'll see all the information right there. And thanks for listening to me rattle on about what's happening in my life. I sure hope you guys are doing well. Please feel free to email me, ChristineBlackburn1@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Unless you're an asshole, and then I won't. Anyway, you guys, check out all my social medias at Storyworthy. And you guys, thanks so much for listening. I really appreciate it. And on behalf of the last 14 years, my name is Christine Blackburn saying, make it a story-worthy week.
Thanks for joining us on the Storyworthy Podcast. We'll be back next week with all new stories. Subscribe to Storyworthy on iTunes and visit the Storyworthy website at storyworthypodcast.com.
After investing billions to light up our network, T-Mobile is America's largest 5G network. Plus, right now, you can switch, keep your phone, and we'll pay it off up to $800. See how you can save on every plan versus Verizon and AT&T at T-Mobile.com/across America.
Up to 4 lines via virtual prepaid card. Allow 15 days. Qualifying unlocked device credit service ported 90+ days with device and eligible carrier and timely redemption required. Card has no cash access and expires in 6 months.